Okay guys, we have made it to project 9, which I believe is our last project for September's bargain bead box. You guys, I hope you are enjoying these videos. Let me tell you, I'm looking for the name of this box because I literally can't even remember. Mystic Moonrise. I was going to say Stardust, but that didn't seem right. Mystic Moonrise. This is officially our last video. We're going to make 2 pairs of earrings in this video. This is my little caterpillar drawing. I don't know exactly what I was doing here, question mark. But I want to do like a cluster option and then just a regular stick option of earrings. And I'm thinking if I use multiple jump rings that are kind of connected and look like this caterpillar, maybe it'll hang cool. So we're going to try that. Let's jump down to the mat and get this part started. Okay, so here we are with the beads for this. These are the stick ones. I think I'm going to start with the clusters. So I'm going to separate the beads. So these are for each earring. Okay. So it looks like we've got 4 labs and 3 crystals and 2 leaves for each side. So 4 labs, 3 crystals, 2 leaves. So my idea here was that we would use some round jump rings. I know, you're like, round? What are we doing? So we have some round jump rings. And my thought process is if we have one jump ring that's kind of like the main jump ring. And then attached to the main jump ring we have 3 jump rings. So we just attach them all on there. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. I will say I have not done this before, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. I just kind of wanted things to hang, you know, a little more interestingly. Okay, so we got 3 jump rings attached on and hanging from our main jump ring. So I'm holding on to the main jump ring and I just got 3 on there. Okay, so there's that. Then I thought, okay, we will have attached to the main jump ring, which is here, we will have to start a little chain. So there's 1. Two. 3. And what I'm doing here is I'm just building a little chain of 3 jump rings attached onto the main one, still with these 3 guys hanging on that. So this will obviously, well, you can make this the top or the bottom. It's up to you. Okay, and then I thought that we would wire wrap these, and you could add more if you wanted to. You could add 3 to the top, you know, however you want it to do. But I'm just going to add these. I was thinking, okay, I have a jump ring for, say, 1 of each of these items down here at the bottom. Maybe I'll put the leaf in the middle. And then I'll have 2 crystals up here at the top. I'll have 2 labs here. And in the middle, I will have 1 leaf and 1 lap. And I just want to see if that's going to affect the way that it lays down. So, let me see about some head pins here. Ooh. Okay, so I got copper. These are flathead pins. It doesn't look like I have any copper or anti-copper ball head pins, so I'm just going to go ahead and use these flathead pins. Because this is what I got. And we shall go from there. Okay, so all I'm going to do is wrap this up, just wire wrap it. You guys have seen this a million times. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit extra on here, just for fun, because I can. Okay, so I've given this guy a little bit of a design top, just a little extra spiraling. And I think I will do that on all of my stone beads. Number one, I have the amount of wire on the ball head pin, so why not use it? And it could be cute. Okay, so when I'm doing that, I'm just letting it spin and fall around where it wants to. It's pretty easy as long as you don't wrap over yourself. Trim that off. Give this a work harden, and then very carefully, gingerly if you will, you just tuck this little tail up underneath there. You don't want to bend that spiral too much, because if you do, it's going to lose its shape. Whoa. And then you're going to end up with an issue. Okay, so there we go. Hello, focus. Anybody home? There we go. So we have 4 of these guys to do. Oh, that one got a little wonky though. That's okay. You guys, I can't even believe this is our last project. I think I did pretty good for a Saturday. Honestly, we're being honest about it. Okay, there's those ones. Now we'll do these 3 crystals. Now, I don't think I'm going to do too much on these. One option would be to give them a long stem, but I don't think that I really want to do that. I'll give them a little extra, but not too much. These are not as big as the stones, so I don't want to be taking up too much of the wow factor, you know. Whoops. Okay, last one. Alright, so that's all of those guys. And obviously our leaves don't need anything. We can just attach those. So we're going to go ahead and start attaching them now. So I'm going to start at the bottom where I have my 3 rings hanging off. And I'm going to attach one of each of these onto the 3 rings at the bottom. I'm going to put the leaf in the middle just because I think that'll look cute. Okay, so there's one. Then I got this ring here with the leaf. Then I have this one, the last one. The crystal. Okay, so here is what we have so far. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. I like that. Now, we are going to have a lot of stuff going on here. So, this one, the one that these 3 charms are basically hanging on, I better tighten that up, is considered the main ring. So I'm not going to put anything else on that. Okay, the one above that, I am going to open it up. And I'm going to put on a stone bead. And a crystal. Now, here's the thing. I got these other ones on here. Uh-oh. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Okay. So I have this on there. I've got the stone on the back of it, and I want to put a crystal on the front of it. And then I got to put these back because they fell off. But the reality is that I want to put one charm on each side of the opening, right? So they are hanging correctly. So close that. Then I'm going to go up one. And I'm going to open it. And gotta get that guy out of the way. And I'm going to put a stone. I want to make sure the stone is on the other side, which would be this side. The other side from this one to kind of even it out. And then on this side, I think I'll put the leaf. Oh, the leaf needs a jump ring. Okay. The leaf needs its own jump ring, I feel like. so he can dangle. Okay. There we go. All right. Where are we at here? Okay. And leaf. And our last jump ring is on here. And on this guy, we just have these two left. So on this side, I'll put the stone. Oop. And on this side, I'll put the crystal. Or do I want to flip-flop those? I think it'll be fine. Okay. There we have a little cluster. Okay, now we're going to need earring finding because they did not provide us with one. I have some red bronze latch backs. Make sure they work. Yes, they appear to be working. Now, I am going to go in here, I think, with an oval, just to give us that droppiness we like so much. And I'm going to do that with a 6. Onto this guy. Now I think it's important to note that I have to make sure that the beads that I have on top are both on each side. You wouldn't want them to be on one side or the other because then it's going to probably look weird. And I'm just going to put the cluster on and we'll see what we get. Okay, so this is what we got. You know, I'm not mad at it. The leaves are kind of in the back. I think once it's on, like you could say, oh, I want that leaf on the other side, or I want this or on the other side. But I think once you're wearing it, it's going to move around anyway, so it's not really going to matter that much. But I do say I like this. This is pretty cute. Okay, so there's our cluster. Let me do up the other side, and I'll show you what they look like as a pair. Alright guys, here they are, all done up together. Just looking like a cute little cluster. I quite enjoy them, to be honest with you. They're not too heavy. They got a little heft to them, but they're not too heavy. And I like all the little things. So there we go. Of course, they're going to spin around and do whatever they do, but they're clusters. There you go. Alright, so that is the first pair. Now, the second pair says, in this design option, so there's the first pair, with my crazy caterpillar. Now, I didn't put arms on my caterpillar. I thought maybe that was doing too much. So I just did this. No arms on the caterpillar. Second option, just a stick, right? We got a few beads. We could do some little sticks if we want. We have these here. We get some earring wires for those. Okay. Now, with these, I'm going to use wire. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So I guess this is a good way to show if you only use ball head pins or you only use head pins, this is a way to show how you can use wire versus if you use the ball head pins. If you use the ball head pins in this particular situation, you're not going to be able to get your charm on the bottom. But if you use wire and you just cut yourself a little piece, now you could also use an eye pin, you know, that's up to you. You just wrap around like so. I'm using 22 gauge, by the way. And you're going to put your leaf on there. Now you could put a jump ring on here as well if you want it to be super dangly. Yeah, okay. Get a hold of them there. And I'm going to wrap 2, 3, and a little bit more. And trim that off. Okay, so you got your leaf on there. I gotta tuck that in just a little smidgy more. Ah! There we go. Alright, now these are for both earrings. We got 2 over here with a crystal. We got 2 over here with a crystal. So I'm just going to go 1 on the bottom and a crystal and like so. That's cute. You could also just do 2 of these next to each other with the crystal on the top. Let's see how we like that. Also cute. I think I'm going to go this way because I kind of like it when the 2 are together. And then all you're going to do is wrap the top. So I'm just going to do the wire wrap, same as we always do. And this is what I consider to be a stick earring. Well, I guess this one has a charm. I'm going to do a little extra here on the top. Because it's just basically a stick. If you use just a ball head pin, or you used a wire to put the charm on, or if you use an eye pin, basically just a stick earring, but doesn't make it any less cute. Alright, so I'll give that a little spin. Okay, and then I'm going to hang him with an oval here and an earring wire. And there we go. So I have my this is hanging correctly. So I have my, you can see here, you cannot see the mat through this link, and you also cannot see the mat through this link. So that's the way that they are hanging. Now if you turn to this way, you would be able to see the mat, but if you want it to hang right, with this part facing front on the earring wire, you're going to need them both to not be able to see the mat through the hole. Okay, so there's that guy. Now we'll whip up the other one just real quick like, because these are pretty easy peasy. I did quite a smaller loop down here, so I'm going to recreate that smaller loop. And that just means that I was down further on my plier here as it is tapered. Now I'll put this one on there. Now it doesn't much matter at this point which way my charm is facing, so I'm going to get him on there, and then the only time that's really going to come into play is when we put our earring wire on. Okay, so now what I'm talking about here is if you have this one in one ear and your leaf is facing this way, I like the other one in the other ear to be kind of picture framing the face. That's how I like to do it. I don't usually make them where they're hanging both the same. I like to do the picture frame. That's just a personal preference. You do what you want. So I'm going to get that lined up and put on my beads. And do a little bit of extra up here. Oop, not over the top. There we go. And squish and tuck. Okay. Now, in order for this to hang right, we should not be able to see the mat through the hole, which we cannot. We should not be able to see the mat through the hole, which we cannot. This guy is framing, so he is hanging correctly. And we're going to put on. Oh. I have appointments, I guess. We're going to put on an oval jump ring. And our earring wire. And there we go. So now I'm going to hold them up like this. They're doing the little frame thing. Cute. So we got those, and we got the clusters. Obviously, one is a little bit more work than the other, but I think that the clusters are very cute as far as payoff wise. So there we go. I hope this mat isn't too dark. It's nighttime right now, so sometimes that gets a little weird, but there we go. So there's our two options for earrings, and here's our design. So I think that turned out really good. And that's it. Project 9. We are officially done with Bargain Bead Box for September. Don't worry. I think that other one's going to be here like on Wednesday or something this week. So we'll have a whole new one to work on. But we did quite a few projects. We did about twice as many projects as I think we normally do for the Bargain Bead Box. But we got her done. You know, we had a little week of videos, and then we had today, so it is what it is. I do have a few extra pieces. These are my extra pieces. Is this everything? This must be everything. Let me look in the drawer. Yeah, this is what I have left. Obviously not the jump rings, but these beads and that little piece of chain. Which honestly, you know, we can make a little something out of that if we need to. We can make some chain earrings. We could do a little bar necklace. We could do a lot with this, you know. It don't take much. So, we got that going on. We'll probably just put those in my stash in case I want to make some more of these little cluster earrings, because these are quite cute. I like them. Yeah. Alright, you guys. Well, I hope you are enjoying the Bargain Bead Box mini-series. This will be ending September's Mystic Moonrise for the month of September, and we will be moving on to October whenever that guy comes in. So yeah, let me know in the comments which was your favorite design from this mini-series, from all the designs that we made. We made 9, I think, and some had multiple options. So I'd be curious to know what you're most interested in. I hope you guys having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. If you are, you know, good for you. Let me know about it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things, like the video, interact with the video, as that is very helpful to me and to Thunder Horse Ascendant. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.